Welcome back to Speed Chat Plus. Don't mind me. I forgot to turn my light. Hi, welcome back.
Reset.
No, it's
Run it
fine.
back.
We go. We run it. It's a
We run
casual
it.
conversation anyway. We're gonna
Yeah.
lean back and enjoy ourselves. And which one of these is the lean back? I don't. Okay, I just went down. How do I
Great
get it
start.
back up
Great
now?
start. Oh my
I
God.
think I got it. I think we're good. Michael, say something while I figure this out.
Technical difficulties. I actually physical difficulties. Kind of. But- oh my
It
goodness.
doesn't feel like it's been a week since we last did this. I think it's because we had such a long
No.
break in between,
Yeah.
and then it's like we did one, and then it's been a week, and it's I don't know. For some reason, it feels longer to me. Like so much happened within that
Mm.
time period that it feels like it's almost been another month. But maybe that's
I
just me.
mean, a lot has happened. So
Hmm.
to that extent, it's true. I mean, even just in the world, there's so much
Yeah.
happening
I
right
mean, it
now.
feels like something new is happening every single day, and that whether it's in our
Literally.
personal lives or in the industry and whatever, a lot of it can be overwhelming. It just feels like it's so much sometimes that you need to
Yeah.
like stop and take a break. Something I've been doing recently, like I've been going on walks, but then like don't actually have anything playing, or if I do have any like music playing, it's just regular kind of like video game background music where it's not overstimulating and it allows me to just kind of breathe and reflect and think because I
Yeah.
think we live too much of our lives distracted by something. And so it's nice to have just a time where you stop for a moment and just take it all in and allow yourself to kind of decompress and work through your own thoughts and feelings. It's nice. I
Yeah.
highly recommend.
It's important.
And then one shout out before we get into anything, which I was going to do and I completely forgot. But shout out, I want to shout out Little Kitty Big City. It's a terrific game. You should play it. They sent me a
Mm.
lovely little care package that has this lovely poster. Michael also has this. He just didn't open it yet.
Oh yeah,
He
you mean
has
this
it.
one?
Yeah, that one. It's got a poster in it, and it has one of the little hats from the game, the little frog hat, which I was able to put on my dog. And he
Hey,
looks
so
adorable, and
cute.
I love him.
Ah,
He doesn't look like that now because he got a haircut, but we got this on him before he got the haircut, and he is just the cutest little thing you've ever seen. So
right.
I wanted to shout that out because
The
why would I
kitty's
not want to show my
right.
dog, right?
Also, the kitty is just really adorable as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Double Dagger Studio knew what they were doing.
Did you
So
get a
shout out to
chance to
them.
play the new update where you get to create your own like
No,
cat? You got to do that. They added
I
a whole
gotta.
new
I
area.
gotta.
There's like
I'm
mechanical
aware of it.
pigeons. There's new
Oh,
side quests with new
I
hats.
I looked through the press release and I've seen some content. So a lot of people are talking about it, and we'll get to it.
Oh,
So
I played it and
yeah.
I was all like I'm making some like shorts and TikToks on it and like
Oh
I've
yeah.
all the comments people being like this is out now. Oh my god, that's amazing. And then seeing just some of the creativity that people have made with the cat designer. Not only are people going out and creating their own cats, whether it's their current cat or in memorial of a cat that they had at one point in
Yeah.
time. People are also making like Spider-Man cat or like
Yeah.
Kratos from God of War cat. People are creative with those just a few symbols that you're given just in a creative environment like that. It reminds me of the old Call
Oh
of
yeah.
Duty emblem editors, except where people are being more creative with this rather than being hateful and spiteful. So
Hmm.
it's the good ending of the Call of Duty
I
emblem
mean,
editor.
even in a big city, you can't be hateful at the little kitty.
Can't
You
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 can
just
never.
can't.
No, we
Mm-mm.
only have good wholesome kitties in our cities.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. If I give a shout out, I will shout out Borderlands 4. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
how much you did get to play the game, but
Oh, I absolutely got to play it. Trust me. I my
yeah.
wife and I, she's a huge Borderlands fan. Okay, so first of all, I got Claptrap up here right now. You can't see it from
Yeah.
your angle, but if I
Not
also
no.
go like this right above Claptrap, I also have like a Borderlands mask from one of the Rippers. So,
Oh,
mhm.
I got sent or not sent. I was given one of the like masks that you kind of like, put over your face at the PAX
Yeah,
like
that's
demo
one of
booth
the
they
Ripper
have.
masks. Except mine
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
an
yeah.
actual mask; it's a piece of plastic that I got from TwitchCon like
Well,
8
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same because I can't see it from my like
Here,
Discord
let me
camera
see if
angle.
I
Can
can.
you grab it real
Yeah, I'm gonna
quick?
grab it real quick. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm just very curious if it's the same one or if it's different.
Yeah, no, this one is like you can tell it's like made of like kind of a plasticky material.
Oh man, it very well if it's not the same, it's very
It's
I
it's
think it's
very
very
it's
similar.
it's really light
Yeah.
too. This is like light as a feather, but I've had this for years.
Yeah.
It's got a little
Wow.
like rip
Yeah.
here at the top that I'm like so
Oh.
careful with it because it's like it broke within me like first getting it and there's like a dent
Oh
in here. But
man.
to be fair, the dents are kind of like realistic when it comes to these masks because these masks
It
never looked
just
pristine in the game,
it
right?
just adds to
It
the,
adds
you
to the
know,
aesthetic. It's
that.
true. So
Yeah.
absolutely, I've had my time on Borderlands 4. We've been
Mm-hmm.
big Borderlands fans here for a long time, and so
Mm-hmm.
my wife comes home from work and she's like, "Can we Borderlands tonight, please?" And so we'll play like a good 2-3 hours together before she gets tired and goes to bed, and it's
Awesome.
awesome. Can I also let me see if I can find the picture of it? Like I'm not just throwing out like, "Oh yeah, I like Borderlands." Like we've been a fan of Borderlands for a while. Also at that same TwitchCon that I got that mask from,
Yeah,
I also got all of these like prints of different
I see him.
Borderlands. Like this is in our living
Wow.
room right now. This is how we decorated our living room with these different prints from Borderlands where it's like the different the different Ripper masks in different variations of mimicking artwork over the centuries, and I think those are all really really cool too. So you
That's
literally
so
have the
sick.
Ripper mask scream over there.
That's so cool. I love
hmm
that.
So I don't know if you
Yeah.
were also at the TwitchCon where they were handing those out, but we've just held on to those all these years.
What year was it?
2016,
What location
2017.
was it?
I don't remember the location. It was either 2016
Well,
or 2017.
my first was TwitchCon was 2018, so I could not have been there.
Okay, so that's probably what it
Yeah.
was. But hey, you've been to like basically every single one since then, right?
I've been to like 9
Yeah,
TwitchCons,
you definitely have me
including
beat because I don't think I've
yeah.
been to a TwitchCon since Vegas.
I've been to the past few Europe ones too, so like I've gotten my way around, but
Not that I'm
yeah.
opposed to going to a TwitchCon. I just feel like I'm not getting a lot out of being at TwitchCon anymore. And
Yeah.
so, unless there's a way that I can, it's a me problem. I know it's 100% a me problem. If I can find a place at TwitchCon that I feel passionate enough to get involved in, I will want to go back. But for right now, I just haven't found that place. Like maybe if I could bring a speed run to like GDQ at TwitchCon or something like
Right.
that, or have a panel that's something that I really want to talk about. Because I feel like with panels, half of them are all saying the same thing all over again, and most of them are already taken up by people who know that area of expertise much better than I do. And then there's not a lot that I have to share that everybody else hasn't already discussed 100 times. But if I come
Yeah,
across that one thing, I'll be there.
yeah. I mean, like, I certainly, as someone who is a panelist and has been a panelist, I definitely agree that there's a number of sessions that tend to be more or less recycled with their own like little twist or
hmm
whatever, added flair.
How
But
many different charity panels have you done?
at just TwitchCon, I'm doing like my second or third at TwitchCon this
And it's
year.
always different. Like it's like
Yeah.
charity, how to get in touch with charities, charity, how to come up with milestones and stuff that people donate for, and charity
Yeah.
101 and breaking into the charity scene, and it's a lot of the same
Yeah.
thing but with a little bit of this now and a little bit of
I
that
mean,
mixed in.
this year's is the power of charity streaming. But
Wow.
I will say, the cast, the lineup of panelists actually is like, it's a lineup that I'm very particularly excited about. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty star-studded cast of like charity streamers
Are
that I
they
feel lucky to be a part of.
is this list public now or
Oh, it's public, yeah.
okay,
So we
can you name
have
some names?
I know my fellow panelists, okay? Of course. Yeah. So Rosanna Tex is leading it. She's one of the new like Europe ambassadors.
Mhm.
We do have Lil Simsy, who is very well known in the Sims community,
Oh,
one of like
absolutely.
the top like
The
scene two
Sims, and she does a lot of
fundraisers.
Just Dance, right? Or
That's
am I
Little
think
Seha.
Lil? Okay, you know what? You know them better
Yeah.
than I do.
I know them all.
You
Yeah, we have
do.
Lil Simsy as well as Spring Sims, and then we also have Rosanna Texas hosting it. And it also includes, I have the list right here. Oh, Study Time, who does a lot of like IRL stuff in Europe as well. So it's different perspectives, and I'm excited for that panel. Um, but yeah, I mean, I totally like don't disagree with like, how a lot of the panels can like be
Hmm.
pop-up repeats, new, fresh perspectives.
But
But
there's a reason for that too, because you'll have to hit
yeah,
the new people that weren't there last year, and with different panels, you're gonna have different panelists who have their own unique perspectives. And it's just
yep.
for me personally, there isn't anything that I feel I can bring to those tables that hasn't already been shared or said, or that I can offer a unique perspective on. And when I come up with a unique perspective, I'll let you know. But for right now,
I
I'm
mean,
still
I th
stewing.
listen, I think that in the future for any con, you could do a really good job chatting about like anything related to like short forms or algorithms, analytics, deep dives. Like
I do like
that,
analytics.
these are you're very data driven, so I think that
I appreciate it.
yeah, I mean, and you came up and you wanted to revitalize this podcast, so you have experience with like hosting podcasts or talk shows like this. So
I'm
I
still
mean,
learning though. We're always learning.
still always learning, but I think that I go on panels where I'm learning from my other panelists. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't go there as like the thought leader, the expert. I am maybe considered as like someone on stage, but I do just as much like listening whenever I'm on stage
Mm-hmm.
as I do presenting or talking. So it's very interesting. But
Probably don't want me on a panel anyway. I'd get up there and be like, everybody's overthinking it. You should just go out there and have fun. Panel over. Let's get some cookies,
all
you know?
right, wrap it up, wrap it up. Yeah, right. Let's play some Borderlands.
Yeah, how do you grow your stream? Who cares? Just go have fun. Are you having fun with it? People will notice if you're having fun. If you're focusing too hard on the growth part and not enough on the fun part, you're not going to have fun. And
Just
you know
just
what?
do just do it.
Just do it.
Smile.
It might work out. It might not, and if it doesn't, at least you had fun.
Exactly.
All
See,
right.
you're a master
To
panelist already.
GDQ, let's go.
Have you
There's
always
a run
wanted to
starting in
like,
5 minutes.
right? Have you been applying? Have you always wanted to do GDQ runs and stuff like that for a long time?
Okay, so I've applied a couple times, but it's always been with
Uh-huh.
like niche games. I applied with
Yeah.
Koa once,
That's
and
right.
it didn't get accepted, and that's completely
No.
understandable. And I kind of
Yeah.
haven't been around that game too much anymore.
No.
And then I've dabbled with thinking about applying with Grindworks because they did have
Yeah.
Grindworks on the what
It
was
was like
the
a it was like GDQ like
it was just
Express or
one of their
something
shows,
or
right? Yeah, it
one of
was
their
one of their
shows.
weekly shows that they do. And I watched the person speedrunning it. They did a great job. Hands off to them.
Of
But I'm
course.
like, oh, I could definitely make this interesting. I know all the strats, the little shortcuts. I know so much about this game now that like I
You're
feel like
still
I
playing
can.
it.
I was playing it today.
I
I
see the
played it today. I
screenshots.
got two sub 50 runs. I felt pretty
Y'all,
good
he's
about
playing
that.
it in the airport terminal, in the car ride.
I was
He
playing at
is
work, man.
at work. He is locked in.
So
Get him on
I
stage.
was thinking about doing it for like TwitchCon, but at the time of me
Yeah.
considering it and when they were taking applicants, I wasn't going to have that time frame free. Now that I know that I have that
Hmm.
time frame free, it's too late, so I'll just
Ah.
have to wait until the next one. But it's not like it's impossible for me to do. I
Oh
just
yeah.
maybe
That
I'll
would be
submit it for the next like major the AGDQ in
yeah.
January, but we'll also see if Evan comes out with 1.2 by then. I still
Oh
think I feel confident
yeah.
enough to be able to showcase what 1.2 has without being overwhelmed and dying on stage in front of tens of thousands of people. But I have gotten decent enough at that game where I'm rarely dying and I can finish just about any run that's given to me. And I can finish
Yeah.
the ones that I start. I can usually finish in 50 minutes or less. So I
It's
feel confident.
crazy
But like,
impressive.
yeah, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. So it's like
It
GDQ
is.
is one of those places I would love to step into, but it is a really big barrier because GDQ is very particular about like bringing on new people. I'm not gonna say it's not elitist by any means. I kind of understand where they're coming from. They want to be very protective of the community that they built. They've done this huge shift to go family friendly and familiar, and they have this set like tone that they're looking for. It kind of reminds me of like Toontown Rewritten, you know, where they have a very set tone that they're looking for, and it's a lot easier to bring back the people that have already done 2, 3, 4 runs in the past or have been with them for years, that they know are gonna run the game well and know are gonna stick to their guidelines. And it is always a big gamble for them to go off and introduce somebody new, especially with like maybe a game that they're not as familiar with. I'm at least hoping with Grindworks, like it's something that they're kind of familiar with because of the fact it's been on this show before. But we'll see. Maybe I'll throw it out there. But yeah, we just went off on a tangent about that. But if I did find myself stepping in somewhere, it could be something like that.
I mean, what's a podcast without its tangents? Right?
Oh, absolutely. Like, we haven't even gotten to our first topic.
We love going off road, off script. I mean, there's no script.
I mean, I only really get to talk to Michael once a week. I take advantage of it, you know?
It sounds sad, but I promise it's not.
It's not.
Sad.
Listen, if we weren't making the time to do this, we wouldn't be hanging out nearly as much. So this is our excuse to hang out, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I do with football with the other guys.
Right? No, literally. Hey, come hang out with me at TwitchCon if you ever decide to. Or
if something comes up last minute, I'll let you know. I just don't think anything will come up last minute.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty locked in with my schedule at this point. So.
Oh, you're going to be busy at TwitchCon. I mean, you always are, but you're extra busy. I got an invite from one of the, I'm not going to say which one. I know you've gotten a couple invites as well, but I did get one of those invites from like major gaming studio being all like, hey, come check out our stuff at TwitchCon. We'll let you into the booth, try out demos early, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I'm just like heartbroken because I'm like, that's such a great invite and I can't go.
I know. Yeah, I had a few of those emails come in today. So obviously confidential, but like, yeah. Anytime you get emails like that and you know that like you can't make it work, it does sting, but you know, more opportunities will come.
I mean, they're always good about like giving me free copies of their games, and I always make videos and shorts about them, so we still got that good relationship, so we're good about that. But yeah, anyway, unfortunately not making TwitchCon this year. Don't know how we made this about TwitchCon, but
I promise it wasn't the intent.
It wasn't
just
intent,
because
but
I'm wearing
it's a good
the Twitch
topic.
hat.
It's coming up. You know?
It is.
When is it? October something?
October 17th to 19th. It is 1 month away.
October 17th to 19th. Oh yeah, no, I should. I need to reorganize my. I just finally got like a list of the things in October through November, and it's like
it's the same.
October is so front loaded.
Yeah, and then it's the same weekend as Legends ZA. So it's already a busy weekend for gaming. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's like there's a lot you don't want to miss.
Exactly. Yeah. And we'll talk about some of the stuff that gaming's got cooking as part of what we were actually like gonna talk about.
Actually, I would love this would be a good transition. Talking about how front loaded October is. Little Nightmares 3 is one of the things I got on my list. October 10th. The day that we're recording this is the day that the demo came out, if I'm correct, because I played that this morning. Because you messaged me about it like last night, I think. You're like, hey, by the way, Little Nightmares 3 demo, don't miss it. And so I woke up to seeing that. I don't even know if I replied to you, but I woke up to seeing it, and I was like, oh, cool, I have something to make a little short about today. So I hopped on.
Which you did.
I did. I hopped on and I played it, and I enjoyed it for the most part, but there is one specific thing that, like, irked me. There's kind of two, but I didn't really touch on the second one. The one biggest thing that irked me, though, is the fact that it feels like it was meant to be a co-op game. Like from the beginning, it feels like they built it to be a co-op game. Unlike the second one has like a secondary person follow you around, and when necessary, there'll be a puzzle where you can't open a door because you need both players to rip open the door together, something along those lines. But it's not like that in this one. In this one, it's like, think of like any Lego game, I think is a great example, where one person has to use the force while the other person like shoots the target that's behind the wall that you use the force on, right? And so you have to work together to be able to do that. But in like Lego games, you use the force as one character, and then you have to manually swap to the other character to shoot the target. And that's just a really dumbed down idea of how those puzzles work. But it's like you do X as player 1, and then you have to swap to player 2 and continue the puzzle as player 2. And you have to figure out the entire puzzle yourself. Little Nightmares 3 doesn't work that way. If you do the first half of the puzzle, the computer will automatically do the second half for you. Or if the computer player, because they each have different abilities. One has the bow, one has the wrench. If the computer has to do the first part of the puzzle, they'll take the liberty to go and start the puzzle for you, and then you just have to go and finish it up. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't even know what I was supposed to do here. I didn't get the chance to figure it out. The computer already went and started it for me, and oh, well, now I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. It's almost too holding your hand when you play single player, and it feels limiting because I don't get to play half of the game because it's being played for me by the computer.
It's an interesting like call out. I mean, I wonder if like I don't know how often you've seen them patch the previous games, but maybe if they added like a setting toggle where it's like you gotta like, figure it out, like maybe then that could like elevate that experience for you a little bit.
Well, I think from the
Not
core,
that it's centered around a single player, but
it's not.
right.
It's definitely not. But I feel like this is something that other people will eventually figure out and complain about too. At least from my perspective, just because this has been like people don't like the game playing itself. Like there are games that do that already, and people will go play those games for that game. You play a puzzle platformer to puzzle and platform, and if they're taking the puzzle part and doing it for you, you're not getting fulfilled from that. So I don't think that they're going to change it, because in order to change it, they'd have to fundamentally change the way the game is made, where at the very beginning of the game, you choose your character. And then you play as that character. There is no swap into the other character. And I don't know how they're going to do it in the full release. Like if you hit a checkpoint and then you exit the game and you relaunch the game, will you have a chance to then choose the other character if you wanted to play or swap between them? From what I can tell, at least in the demo, that wasn't a thing. And so I don't know if you're just locked in as one of the characters from the very beginning, and that's it, you're playing their story. And especially at the end of the demo, this isn't like a huge spoiler, but at the end of the demo, the character you chose wakes up from a dream that they're having, and now it's just that character in the room. And I think I need to play the demo again as the other character to see if the other one has a different ending, where like maybe it splits depending on which character you choose to play. And I think that's a really interesting way to take it. I don't see how that would work in co-op, but you know what I'm saying? Like it could be interesting, like depending on which character you go, it's a different way that you play through the game, still hitting most of the same puzzles, but you get to experience it through their eyes, and it kind of goes like this, where it's like it splits off and converges and splits off and converges, right? That would be really interesting, but
maybe they could hit us with the dream drop distance, like Sora Riku alternating paths or something like that, right? I don't know, but I mean, I did get my chance to get hands on with it at PAX at the booth, and what I played was what you were describing, which is like you pick your character, and then that's pretty much like the character that you're like controlling. Don't get me wrong, still fun, still interesting. Still fun. Go get Little Nightmares 3. Yeah, looks and sounds gorgeous. Great.
Do you know if the demo you played is the same one that I played that's downloadable? Is it that
kind
of
personally I haven't
area?
Yeah, personally I haven't downloaded the like Steam demo. What I played, I remember there being like amusement park, like
then you played something else. I've seen the gameplay section of the amusement park, which looks great. But that's not the demo that's out now. So you get a brand new gaming experience with this demo that you can download. So
that's
whenever you have time, it's there.
That's cool. I mean, I don't know. All I remember is completely failing over and over again about like getting my hammer to like make contact with the enemy. The one specific enemy I was trying to hit, I was like asking the booth representative for help, and I still could not get it. Like the demo timer was ticking. I was like, "Oh no!"
You're like, "No, I only have 10 minutes.
I need more time." Yeah, it was funny, but Little Nightmares 3 is going to be great. Bandai's doing a good job with that.
I think so. I do have like a couple more things about this demo, if that's okay. The other small nitpick I had that I don't think is going to be a huge problem. It just wasn't in this demo.
It's a podcast exclusive. It wasn't in the short.
Podcast exclusive wasn't in the short. Is that the demo almost felt way too linear, in the sense where it feels like in the original Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2, you always had something new to do in every room. You always had to either sneak or solve a puzzle or parkour or something, right? But there were so many different rooms where it was just go from doorway to doorway, and then go from doorway to doorway, and then go from doorway to door that you have to open, and then go from doorway to doorway. And it's like, aesthetically, the rooms look gorgeous, and they look amazing, but it's like so much of the gameplay going from room to room was just simply hold forward. A lot of the demo was hold forward. And I think it's just because this is meant to be the beginning of the game. And I don't know if it is, but that's kind of how it is. If you've played the beginning of Little Nightmares 1 and even Little Nightmares 2, a lot of the beginning of the game is setting tone. It is a lot of holding forward, experience the world, immerse yourself before it really ramps up and starts hitting you with everything you got. But when you're trying out a demo and trying to decide whether or not you want to like buy this game, if you're not really playing the game and you're just doing a walking simulator, it doesn't entice you a whole lot to want to get into the world more. But that's just a little nitpick. I still think it was fun. And the parts that were gameplay, like the umbrella part and a couple of the puzzles, the part with the crow, and of course the giant baby. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Those were all great. The giant baby is fantastic.
Right. I mean, I don't know. One, you could argue that like you want the demo to be like as, I don't know, not like easy but as maybe simple as possible, where it's not too overwhelming for the player. You want it approachable. So in that sense, I can maybe understand why like it's not too like deep into the mechanics and like
you don't want to put the ending of the game there.
Of course not. Yeah. Like I could see an argument at least made for that.
Absolutely.
So.
Again, just the little nitpick. That's why I didn't even add it in the short. I was like, I'm just gonna focus on this one main point, because I think that's the main point that other people are going to focus on.
I mean, listen, if anyone loves Little Nightmares, it's going to be Megasnoop.
Oh, I love Little Nightmares. Trust me. I've played this. It has literally been my go-to game to play every year on Halloween for like the past 6-7 years. Every year. So, absolutely adore it. And just to circle back, the last point I wanted to make about Little Nightmares 3 so far is the only reason I think this change is so different from Little Nightmares 2 as when it comes to like the co-op experience and it feeling kind of hand-holdy is that these are different developers. They did get a different development team to take on the role for creating Little Nightmares 3. And I don't think they did a bad job because, again, when it comes to everything Little Nightmares, they said they did their homework. They wanted to make sure it felt like a real continuation, and it looks and it sounds and it feels, even gameplay-wise, it feels like a Little Nightmares sequel. If you weren't told that it was a different development team, you probably wouldn't know that it's a different development team. But the only thing that really tells me that is how the co-op works differently than it did in Little Nightmares 2, which it didn't have official co-op. It just was the computer that would help you out. Because in Little Nightmares 2, you would have to do all the puzzles yourself. It was you. And maybe there was like one puzzle where like the computer would stand somewhere and you'd have to hop on their shoulders to jump up and grab something. But for the most part, the role of the computer there was to kind of follow you around as you solved puzzles. And if you got stuck on a puzzle, like there was an internal timer where after like 3 minutes, if you didn't do the right step of the puzzle, the computer would walk over to like the item that you need to grab and be like, psst, hey, psst, over here. And that was kind of clever, right? Like it wasn't directly holding your hand, but it was like, here's the first step. And now that you've got the first step, you can probably get to step 2, 3, 4, and 5 before you get to the next room. But it's this one is literally just like I walk into a room and then there goes the computer and they're already doing the thing to go to the next room. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a valid criticism for sure.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to know where that original development team went, they are making their own spin-off game, which is a spiritual successor to Little Nightmares 2. And it is called RE Animal, and it is darker, grittier, and allegedly way scarier than what you're going to see from Little Nightmares 3. And just seeing the previews of RE Animal, I'm like, ooh, that looks good. I'm still excited for Little Nightmares 3 with all of my heart, but man, I really want to play RE Animal as well. And I think
you said, ooh, that looks good. I said, no thanks. I'm good.
I'm good.
I think I'll let you take that one, Chief.
It would make an excellent like video as well, just like the trajectory of Little Nightmares 3 going through the development of the first and the second and how it steamrolled, and then the split between 3 and RE Animal and the comparison. I think that would be a brilliant video. I can't make that video until RE Animal comes out in 2026, but that's on my back burner. That's something I'd definitely love to dive into.
Nice.
So, you want to talk about the Nintendo Direct?
Oh yeah, that was another big gaming thing that's kind of happened lately.
They announced a lot. A lot.
I was eating so good for the Nintendo Direct. There were no
Mm-hmm.
crumbs on the table after that showcase. It was a whole hour that they set aside, which I think was probably like the longest, like one of the longest run times they've had in a long
And they
time.
went over the hour too, so
They
it
they
wasn't just
did.
an hour. They went above and beyond on that one.
Oh yeah,
So
and
if you
they
got the
started
link
with
up, like
the.
the link I sent you, we could actually go in order of what they showed.
Oh, I would if my PC wasn't crap. So I'm a pass on that cheat, but
That's okay. I at least got it up so those watching at home
let
can see.
let the viewers enjoy that.
So the first
I
thing, if you
yeah.
remember, the first thing was the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most
I
ironic part about this, besides the fact that everybody has been crossing out the different letters and calling it the Super Mr. Gay movie, is,
I saw that.
I've seen
Yeah,
that, is
it
that
sure was.
before this was even shown, it was spoiled and leaked by Old Spice.
I wasn't gonna say anything,
You
but
weren't gonna say that it was leaked by Old
or no,
Spice?
that like yeah, that I like very briefly saw like a screenshot, and I was like, nope.
Let me see if I can
I
find it.
I
Old
I.
Spice.
That's why I think my reaction to it live on like my stream was not as bold as a lot of other people who maybe did not come across the leaks, and
Mm-hmm.
more power to them because
I was
like
just scrolling Twitter and I was all like, that's so funny. And the thing is, like, the thing that they circled on the picture wasn't even it saying the Super Mario Galaxy movie. They were circling like the, I don't know, the skull guy with the sombrero on his head. And I'm just like,
one of the dry bones
yeah,
or
like, well, I
something.
mean, do you
Yeah.
remember in Super Mario Odyssey, you go to the
Yeah.
desert area? Yeah, it's
Oh,
one of
yeah, yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
guys. Here,
Got
I'll
you.
put the image here. You can see exactly the image I'm talking about. You can see what's circled
Oh,
there.
yes, this. Yes, that's right.
So that's what
Yeah.
leaked it. And at first I thought it was a joke. I was like, man, this could be easily like photoshopped or whatever, but I'll see what they have to say. And I know that they didn't like switch around what they displayed at the direct. It's a pre-rendered video that they have ready to go and they just hit go live and press play on the video. But
Yep.
I do think it's funny if like the mentality was, it was leaked anyway, might as well throw it up there first. Like this could have been
Yeah,
their
I
big
mean, it could
ending
have
thing,
been.
but then it was spoiled and they're like, it's not even a surprise anymore. Throw it up there. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
it's an
just end
interesting
on what,
hypothesis.
Fire Emblem. Yeah, people are excited for that.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if they made a change like that?
That would be
No.
so funny.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that it's how they wanted to start the direct
No,
with
I
the
think so
40th
too.
anniversary. Yeah.
Just about every single voice actor is returning to reprise their role.
Yep.
So I think that's great. We get to see Chris Pratt as Mario again, but
Yep.
more importantly, we get to see Mr. Bowser played by Jack Black. You're among us, buddy.
My Among Us buddy, the Smirky lore where I played Among Us with Jack Black and like a dozen other
I'm
creators.
still
Yeah.
jealous of that, bro. I was watching
That
Community
was
last night
awesome.
with Carly, and it was the one episode that Jack Black had a cameo in, and I went, "Huh? What?" And I started like, had us both perk up at the TV, like Jack Black, what's he doing here?
He's everywhere,
He
man.
is. He was in a lot of
He's
things.
he's Bowser, he's Steve, he's I mean the list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's he's so intertwined with video games and movies.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love that for him. He loves video games.
Yeah.
He's one of
I,
us.
yeah, he is. I mean,
One
I played
of
Among Us with
us.
him. It's true. He has been one of us for
Mm-hmm.
a long time. Yeah. So if Jack Black is watching this, let's play again sometime. I don't know.
Yo, I mean, get me in on that.
Yo,
I'll play Among Us with Smirky and Jack Black. That sounds awesome.
it was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I think it's something that Alpharad still like references back to every now and then. He's like, remember this one time
Alpharad still
that I.
references Toontown like
He
regularly.
does.
Like he
He
streamed
does.
Toontown sometime this year and then uploaded a video to
Yep.
a second channel called Toontown in 2025.
Yep.
And I'm
He
like, come on,
did.
there's no way he hasn't even at least heard the name Megasnoop. Okay, come on, like there's got to be a way. Come on, with all the
No,
Toontown he
literally.
plays, there's got to be.
He's watched one of your
I
videos.
don't know,
Yeah.
maybe. Actually, you know what the crazy lore I learned about Ludwig was? That he
Oh, with
actually,
Ludwig.
with Ludwig, he attempted to
Yeah.
be a Toontown streamer in 2018 when he only had 20 viewers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he
I did
actually
not know
like did
that.
an honest to god Toontown stream, like a couple of them, where he like went to the
Yeah,
Toontown category. I probably had more viewers than him at the time, and he was
probably.
streaming Toontown. and then he saw his viewer
Wow.
count drop, and then he swapped out. But he always
That's
tells
crazy.
this story about how when he first started streaming, he would be playing a game and he'd look over at chat and there'd be nothing. He'd be playing the game and he looks over at chat and there's nothing. And playing the game, looks over at the chat and there's nothing. And then a chat pops up and he looks over and it goes, "Bro, stop looking over here. Nothing's changed." That happened while he was playing Toontown.
That's so funny.
And so
That is so funny.
and out of all of this, him knowing what Toontown is and playing Toontown and actually making an attempt at being a Toontown streamer, I still don't think he knows what a Megasnoop is.
I don't know. It's so interesting because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned Toontown to him before because I've like met him at cons and I bumped into him a few times enough to where like I've like probably mentioned the game to him, but I just that specific piece of lore I just never connected the dots on.
And you know, the most ironic part is the closest I've ever been to like interacting with him, intertwining in his world, is when he was streaming Toontown one time. He was curious if there were any Toontown speedruns. So he searched YouTube for Toontown speedrun, and being the guy who used to do all the Toontown speedruns, when he searched that, like 5 of the first 8 videos, Megasnoop, 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 Megasnoop. So he's scrolling through, and there's my video. There's my video. He hovers over one of them, and it plays for 3 seconds, and he scrolls a little bit more, and he clicks on some random person in between all of them. And I'm like, no, I was so close.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's actually on his video.
On his
I don't know
VOD, yeah.
I don't know if I can find it, but here, yeah, you tell me some interesting lore. I'm going to find this because I know
That's
exactly
awesome.
where to look for it.
Yeah, no, because I'm pretty sure like maybe I just like mentioned it to the age-old question, what do you do? But yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any in-depth conversations with Ludwig about Toontown. I've had in-depth conversations with other high-profile creators about Toontown. The one that I can think of off the top of my head that I've had pretty long combos about Toontown with is Tfue of all people. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
that's
used to-
interesting.
yeah, he ended the conversation with like, "Hey, enjoy like dropping pianos on those like cogs or whatever," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like it's so interesting, like how the game's influence is for
It's so many
a lot of
people that you
people.
might not know have played Toontown. Do you see my screen share, by the way?
I do, yeah,
Okay,
I do.
this was like honest to God. Look, Toontown died. Close it out.
Oh, that's
Toontown
right,
speed
yeah.
run. Boom. Me.
Yep.
Himself
Toontown
streaming right
Tuesday.
now. And so he's like hovering over them, right? He's like, oh yeah, that's a real thing,
Corporate
right?
Clash.
And then he scrolls down. There's him.
Factory
There's this
speed
one.
run.
This one right here is also me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it is.
Look, that straight up. There's so many of these are me, and he's all like, there's me again. Look, there
you
I
are.
am. This one is also me. Toontown Central, and then he clicks on one that isn't me.
So I played Toontown in
From
2022.
Easy Speezy. I'm
2 million.
5 of them were my videos, and it didn't click any of them.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So I was this close.
This is the Megasnoop lore drop for the day. Wow. And it's still personal after all those years.
After all
or
these
whatever.
years, I'll never forgive
Yeah.
him.
Nah, you'll probably forgive him.
Oh yeah, no, I'll forgive him.
It's a
any day of
good
the week.
story to tell if you ever do cross paths with him, though.
You
Like,
almost
that's-
clicked my Toontown videos and then didn't.
And he'll be like, okay.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I don't know what you want
Yeah,
me to say
literally.
to that."
Yeah, exactly.
All right, but
Yeah.
getting back on track, because what would a podcast be without tangents? We were talking about
Yeah.
the
Nintendo Direct.
Nintendo Direct Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Mario
On
Galaxy
top of that,
movie.
they didn't really share a lot of details. They said they want it to come out next year. Like they're already that far into it.
In April.
Yeah, like that.
That's
soon.
like 8 months away. 8 months away.
Yeah, it's soon. So they must. Have
It's
been
got to have
working on
already
it.
been like in production.
Yeah, I guess
for
Super
a
Mario
while.
Galaxy movie hits theaters April 2026. So they're probably getting a good amount of the way done.
These NDAs have to have lasted a while. So I'm
then-
very excited though.
Then following up to that, the Wombo combo is that they're also releasing Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 to be purchased as their own digital games on the Nintendo eShop.
For
$70. Or
Mm.
$40 each if you already own the first one from the Mario 3D All
Yeah, I mean,
Stars.
yeah, then you just have to pay $40 for Mario Galaxy 2, and honestly, that makes a whole lot more sense.
It kind of does, but at the same time, how much was it when it first came out?
I don't know
On the
actually.
Wii.
I have no
15
idea.
years ago.
Yeah, that was different
I
times.
still think
Yeah, yeah.
$40 might be a little too much for it, especially since what Mario
Mm.
3D All Stars was $60 for 3 games, and now they're trying to get us $70 for 2 games.
Nintendo likes the $70 mark, even the $80 mark with Mario Kart World. They really, and
Mm-hmm.
the DLC prices. A lot of people have been talking about the pricing of, and on one hand, I mean, I kind of get it if they're, a especially because we're talking US dollars, so like
Mm-hmm.
a like Eastern like company trying to sell to the US when everything is kind of on the up financially right now.
Mm-hmm.
I with tariffs and everything, I kind of get that
But you
maybe, but
don't
maybe
need to
that's
put tariffs on a
throwing a
digital
bone.
good. Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe they just want to upsell everybody. I don't know.
What it truthfully is if people are gonna buy it anyway, why sell it for less? And
Yeah.
that's one of the things I want to make a video on this. I'm gonna make a video on this after I'm done with my backyard football video. It's what Silk Song did right. Silk
Yes.
Song knows they could have sold their game for $30, maybe even $40, and it still would have sold, a couple few million copies, which it did. It absolutely did. But they stuck to 20 because they wanted to make it
Yep.
affordable and get more people to be able to buy it and play it, and knew that they were going to make plenty enough money off of it anyway. So they wanted to give something that was affordable. And that's
I mean,
just
honestly,
unheard
yeah,
of in today's
it is.
industry.
And I mean,
Because
like, yeah, it's gonna be even though it's technically a sequel. Like for some people, that's gonna be their like. I would argue like their entry to like the magic of games,
mm-hmm.
Metroidvania. It's, you know.
Absolutely. And so when it comes to gaming right here, if you can sell 10 million copies at $20 or 8 million copies at $60, you're going to do 8 million at $60. That's probably not exact numbers,
Yeah.
but it's the same idea. It's something that I've been telling Carly a lot, where we always complain about the prices for like sporting events and concerts, right? If you're gonna sell out the auditorium or the arena or whatever it is, if you're gonna sell out at $500 a ticket, there's no reason that you would sell for $50 a ticket. Because if
Mm.
you're going to sell out anyway, you might as well make more money out of it. And that's the exact same thing that these companies are thinking. If we're going to sell millions anyway, let's get those extra dollars. And that's why they know people are going to buy Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2. They're going to try to get as much out of it as they can. So
Which
I probably will
I don't
not buy
know.
it.
Yeah, I
Too
think the
much for me.
$70 pricing is gonna do them more harm than good in this case,
Mm-hmm.
especially with 3D All Stars. I think it's gonna affect like how many people jump on board with it. So
The fact of
that's
the
my
matter is,
prediction.
this only stops when people stop buying it. And not just you, not just Michael, not just me. We need to get everyone to do it. And it is really hard to get everyone to do it, especially in like the current FOMO society that we live in. People are putting themselves in debt to go to these concerts, to go to these sporting events, to get these consoles, to buy these games because they feel like they need to be there day one because the internet and society tells them that they need to. Not like
FOMO.
directly, but it's the FOMO. And so
Yeah,
it would have to hit an actual breaking point for us to get
yeah.
to the point where these prices finally start going down, but we're still on the up end where they're pushing how much more they can sell something for before that bubble pops.
Yeah, no, I intentionally did not get the Switch 2 on day one, so I it's gonna be several days before
Understandable. I'm
you
I'm part
know,
of the problem. I have a Switch too, but to make up for it,
boo this man. Just kidding.
I'm doing a lot better about getting game codes and review copies
Yeah.
for games, so I'm not spending so much money on these games. And in almost every single one of these reviews, I take price into account. When I reviewed Assassin's Creed Shadows, I loved that game. I got the platinum trophy for that game. I enjoyed the entire like 50 hours I put into it, and I still said $70 was too much. This would be great for 40. 70 is too much.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I always try to be fair and objective when it comes to that. Always have to keep that in mind.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's definitely an interesting talking point of the Nintendo Direct and,
Mm-hmm.
what Nintendo's doing for the 40th anniversary of Mario. They did announce a new tennis game. They announced a new Yoshi game. That's pretty cool. I love the art style for that one.
Okay, but
Uh,
okay, can I like so before we go, the tennis game? Who is spending $70 on Mario Tennis Fever?
I was pretty shocked that they made another Switch tennis game of
Yeah,
all the
this is
games they
two
could have
tennis
made.
games in a row before one baseball game. Do they not like money? I thought the whole point was they like money.
Would you
Make a
have paid
baseball
seven?
game, you make money.
Would you have paid $70 for a Super Slugger sequel?
That's so tough because that one I'd actually consider if it was
Yeah,
good. I don't think I'd buy it day one, but I
yeah.
would see what other people have to say before making that decision, and if it's good, I'd
Yeah.
actually consider it. There's
Oh, for
in no
sure.
world I am spending $70 on a tennis game. No world,
Mm,
zero worlds. Not
yeah.
$50, not $40. Tennis is just so uninteresting to me. I don't care
Just
if they
wait
add a
for,
story mode
yeah.
where everyone is babies. You can't sell a tennis game for $70.
Hey, the cutscene renders look good, all right? Gotta give them credit.
The Switch 2 graphics, baby.
Switch to graphics. Yep. Yeah, I'm
Oh
not
my
paying
goodness. There'll be
70 for
38
that.
playable characters in Mario Tennis Fever. That's more than what they got in Mario Kart. I don't
Oh
know if
my
that's true, but
God.
it's pretty
I don't
close.
know. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
playable characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if I was gonna buy it, which I'd rather have a Switch 2 for anyway, I'd wait for like the winter holiday sale. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when they slash the prices for a
Well,
little
that's the
bit. Like,
Nintendo will slash their prices by like 10, maybe $15, and then they go right back up to 70. Like every other
they
gaming
do.
company, like you go on like Steam sales and PlayStation sales, they'll do like 50, 70, 85% off some games, especially like indie
Yeah,
games. God bless indie games. And then Nintendo is just like best I can do is $5.
I got Tree Fitty.
I got Tree Fitty. So
Yeah,
Nintendo is very very poignant about not not lowering their prices for very very long.
yeah.
Them and
It
Call of
takes a
Duty
lot.
games for some reason. Don't know why.
Mm,
Call of
yeah,
Duty
it'll
games
take
are
a lot
never on
to
sale. Never go
it'll
down.
take a lot to break down that wall for sure.
Hmm. And
Um,
again, in
I
order to
want.
do it, you gotta stop
Yeah,
buying it. Okay, I digress.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But
Hmm.
yeah, is the Yoshi game also seventy
The Yoshi
dollars?
game, I don't know how much the game is gonna be. I'd have to like
The
look
mysterious
it
book.
up. Where do I have this? This is my what is it called? Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
I think it's something
Uh,
like that.
let me. Yep, it is. It is that. But let me see if I can like find a price for it.
If it's on the Nintendo store, I don't. Doesn't it come out next year?
It does. Like sometimes they let you
Yeah.
pre-order. Um,
Nintendo Direct was really on top of a lot of spring releases and spring release date announcements this go around. They're really focused on like March to May.
mm-hmm.
Which ties into usually like PAX East season, so I'm curious if we're gonna get some demos there next year. We'll have to see because they tend to go there
Yeah,
every
they don't
year.
have the pre-order up yet for Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. So
Got you.
good to
I
know.
got the title right, so I'll take my victory where I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So after they got done with some of the Mario like anniversary titles and games and stuff like that, they then went into their usual like 45-minute like Nintendo Direct with all the Switch and Switch 2
Yeah,
games
a
that were
lot of
coming out.
those. If you guys don't know the way that it works, whenever there is a Nintendo Direct, PlayStation State of Play, a lot of these things, even with the Game Awards, half of them are games that they invited or games that they're showcasing themselves. Like Nintendo, it's very obvious. The Mario games, the Yoshi games, they are
Yeah.
bringing these games in themselves to showcase. And then the other slots are paid slots where other game companies pay Nintendo to put them in, right? And depending on how much you pay, you might get like a little feature where they're like, up next, we have this game. And they talk about it for like 2-3 minutes. And then if you pay less, then you just get shuffled in with like, here's some
The
more. And then it's like
montage.
that montage where it just shows like 10 games over the course of a minute. So a lot of those are just paid spots if you don't know. So if you're ever complaining like, wow, this Nintendo Direct is trash, the trash that you're looking for is paid advertisements. That's what you're seeing. So it's not always trash, don't get me wrong. This is people's hard work, but the reason why you're not seeing, like, the reason why every single announcement isn't some big announcement that you're looking forward to is because a lot of it is paid advertisement.
For sure.
And then Tomodachi Life.
See, Tomodachi Life is that's one of my highly anticipated like Nintendo titles, and it's on Switch 1, so I could actually go at it once they throw it on the eShop because it's not up there yet, but it does come out in spring. I really love the like presentation they did for Living the Dream, just like so full of like life and weird quirks, and it's like, yeah, the Mii's look different, but they look pretty polished compared to like something like from like I don't know,
still
like
see it as a Mii.
Yeah, like which is good, and yet it's distinct from a game like Miitopia, where those really do look like Mii's. But Tomodachi Life has its own like tone to like the character models.
Yeah, it has its own aesthetic.
Yeah, it does, and it's just really like awesome. And I really want to learn everything I can about Tomodachi Life. I'm so glad the Mii news is back. That's all I'm gonna say. Like we're taking our wins
where
we
you
can
get them.
Yeah, like I was surprised. I was surprised at the amount of like creator reactions and stuff that I saw where people were not as familiar with Tomodachi Life. Like, has it really been that like far back when the 3DS
obscure?
game came out? Like that it's a little more obscure than I thought it was. Like, I don't know. The 3DS game, oh my god, it's just such a blast. And like, I'll go for hours, like either watching streamers play it or like watching like past clips from years ago. It's just so funny, like the relationship drama where it's basically like Love Island. Like it's just it's so iconic of a game. I'm such a fan. I cannot wait for more details before the spring release.
So it's like Sims but Mii's, right?
It basically is like you know,
at least like that genre.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're like looking after all these different Mii characters. They're all doing different things. In the 3DS game, you're like focused on their love lives, their appetites, their you know, activities that they're doing. And I don't know, it's just so like it was so out of left field when the 3DS version came out. Like, it's just like this is a Nintendo game, and you can do so much with it. It's just, you know, like, it's just beyond iconic for me. Like growing up and playing that game, like, and watching other people play the game. If you have never seen Tomodachi Life, please take an hour or two of your time and like go watch like the various Let's Plays, or there are people that I know that are still like streaming Tomodachi Life. Like go check it out. It's one of those rare niche categories that people will watch.
And it's new one's coming out spring 2026, so I'm sure you're gonna be all over that for sure.
I'm gonna be living the dream. I don't know about you, Aaron, but I'm gonna be living the dream.
I got my own demons to fight in 2026.
Oh no! Well, then you bring the demons to Tomodachi Life and see how they
make the demons in Tomodachi Life, and then they kill half the town. It'll be great.
Oh, maybe not that. Maybe don't bring serial killers into your Tomodachi Life. That you can bring them into a different game. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else specifically, as I'm scrolling through the list, you wanted to touch upon? There's Hades 2, which they're announcing.
Hades 2.
That's been announced 100 times now. We know it's coming.
You know, with Tomodachi Life, one of the funny quirks that always stuck in my head was "All hail the Virtual Boy," and then they came out with the Virtual Boy accessory in the Nintendo Direct, and everyone's like,
"How far down?"
Everyone,
there it is. Oh,
yeah, and everyone's like, "Why are we bringing back the Virtual Boy?"
Everybody
and I was like,
that
"Oh,
I've
hail
heard,
the Virtual
they're
Boy!"
Like, why? What's the point of this? Can we not? Like, it's a gimmick. That's what it is.
I was so giddy over it. I was all like, "All hail Virtual Boy!" Like, we're so back, baby. Like, we are so back.
We're not so back. So you know what this, like, the actual concept of this is, right?
Yeah.
So if you have Nintendo Online, you know this. I'm just explaining it for the listeners. If you have Nintendo Online,
Expansion
you have
pack.
the expansion pack. You have access to like the GameCube games and whatever. There's going to be a new one
Yeah.
for Virtual Boy games. You could just boot up and play it. It'll look funny on your Switch, but you can do it. But then they sell you this piece of plastic that is $100 that you
It's a lot.
slide your console into and then look at and then just play with like your own Joy Cons. So literally, this Virtual Boy $100 purchase is a piece of plastic. It is nothing more. It is just a piece of plastic on a tripod that you put your console onto. Otherwise, you actually don't need this to play the Virtual Boy games. It'll just look really odd. It's literally buying it for the immersion of the Virtual Boy and
It
any
is about
collectors who
immersion.
want to say that they have it. But this is a
Right.
$100 piece of plastic. That is more expensive than most Legos, like per plastic square inch.
It's more expensive than Mario Kart World.
True, for a piece of plastic.
Yeah, I definitely saw a lot of question marks for the Virtual Boy announcement. I was surprised about Danganronpa 2x2.
Oh yeah.
That was shocking because they announced that Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair is coming out on Switch next year, but then they also did the 180 and they were like, we're all actually bringing this entirely new like storyline with entirely new scenarios and new character culprits and like a whole new class trial. And I'm just like, what on earth? I gotta play all the Danganronpa games before this comes out because like this is huge. Like to take a game that like is like in the smack middle of this timeline, but then to add new content to it in the year 2026, like, is mind blowing. Like the fact that they would just do that alternate storyline, it blew a lot of people's minds. So
And can I
that was
just
pretty.
say, like,
It,
the little demon in my head that I know is in yours as well. It's like, this game is coming out, so I need to go back and play X, Y, and Z before I play that to like get myself ready. I told myself that for like Yuka Replayly, I need to go back and play Ukulele first so
oh
I can really see the
yeah,
differences. But then Little Nightmares 3 is coming out, so I gotta go play the first two again. But they actually
it
they
stacks
made
up.
like an updated version of the first one with like
Yeah.
updated graphics, so I gotta play that one, and then I gotta play 2 again, then I gotta play 3. But also Ghost of Yotei is coming out on October 2nd, so I should go play Ghost of Tsushima so I can like get ready for Ghost of Yotei. But then Pokemon Legends Z3A is coming out, and I gotta go back and play the Pokemon Legends.
Just accept, Aaron, that you are not gonna have enough time before all these sequels and great games come out. You're just gonna have to cope with the fact that you might have to just jump into some of these games without having played them.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I've had to do.
I'm
I
playing
think you'll
Silk
have
Song
to.
on Monday, though. I've decided.
Oh my God! Finally,
Finally.
welcome to the club.
Yeah.
I spent like 2-3 hours trying to beat a boss I still haven't beat.
That's the Silk Song
Still haven't
experience.
beat. Yep.
I've gotten
Yep.
most of the way through the first one now. I just need like there's if anyone knows anything about Hollow Knight, you have to like fight the 3 ghosts, and then after you fight the 3 ghosts, then you can go fight the Hollow Knight. I've already defeated one of the ghosts. In order to get to the other one, you have to get to the top of this like central tower, and in order to get to the top of the central tower, you have to fight like the 5 or 6 spinning
Yeah.
beetles, and that's a very hard fight. And so that's where I'm at right now because I need to fight the 5 or 6 spinning beetles, but I've done everything else up to this point. So
Yeah. Other Nintendo Direct
there's
titles
still a
that
lot.
were
Hold on.
talked about.
We
There-
haven't even
remember,
scratched the surface, man.
it was a whole like hour. Yeah, the Hades 2
can I-
trailer did look good.
Can I
Donkey
s-
Kong, yes.
The Donkey Kong Bonanza. Am I still sharing my screen? Do you see this?
I don't see this.
Oh, okay. You just said Donkey Kong as I scrolled to Donkey Kong. And I thought maybe I was still sharing
Oh.
my screen, and
No.
it was just perfect.
It was
timing.
just well timed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they had a Donkey Kong Bonanza $20 DLC, and I saw
Yep.
Donkey make a video on it, and it is exactly what I expected it to be. It is one island, and it is just essentially a roguelike game mode where you have a time limit and you have to get as many emeralds in that island as you can before the time limit is up. And every single time you start new, you can go different paths. You can try to like route your way to get different perks that help you collect more or break things easier or something along those lines. But it is essentially just a $20 add-on game mode just for this area. And if that sounds like it's worth it to you, best to you. A lot of people are not a fan of that price, especially since it's like $20 for what's basically a mini game that you might put a couple hours into, but a lot of people want to see that their like dollars have mileage. When you spend $70 on Donkey Kong Bonanza and you're putting 50 to 70 hours into that game, you're getting your mileage out of it. When you're spending $20 on a DLC that you're going to play for an hour and a half, you're not getting that mileage out of it. So that's kind of where that big discussion comes from. It looks fun. It looks like if it was free, I'd go check it out. I'm not spending $20 on that, though.
Yeah, and there's a lot of chatter about the $30 Legend ZA DLC that Mega mentioned for a game that isn't even out yet.
Yeah, and like they're literally which way is it? This way. The Mega Dimensions. What is even in it? It just says it's
We don't
featuring
know.
2 different Raichus with Mega Evolutions. Literally
Yep.
half the cost of the game on top of the game. And the game hasn't even come out
Hoop is
yet.
in it, guys. Hoop is in it.
Yeah,
We
hoops
love
in it. There we
Hoopa.
go. It's a hoopa.
New hoops. New hoops.
Oh, so I don't know. Yeah, you can't get all the Pokemon unless you get the DLC as well. Can't complete your Pokedex unless you pay to win. I don't know, man. I'm theorizing, but that's what it looks like. Because if you can only get the Hoopa Legendary or Mythical from the DLC, then yep, you're being gatekept.
Well, I can tell you that the 3 Mega Evolutions they also announced for the Kalos starters can only be obtained by ZA rank battles to get those Mega Stones. You can't even get it through normal gameplay.
Oh,
I apparently
why?
you're just finding out, but this
I'm
was
just finding out
not
too.
mentioned. It was not mentioned in the Nintendo Direct. You have to do season like 1 or whatever for like Greninjite, season 2 or whatever for like Chess Knight, and then yeah.
I know
So
it's
it's
their
not
way of
even
gaining
obtainable.
retention to get people to play longer, but like, man, there's a reason. If you guys don't know this, there's a reason why Nintendo specifically leaves things out of their trailer. There's a reason they never show the cost during the Nintendo Directs. There's things that they
Yeah.
leave out purposely because they know it would have negative fan reactions, and they want
Yeah.
you to have all of that hype right there when you see it for the first time, and that way you're not spamming
Yeah.
dislikes and negativity in the comments.
Of course.
And if you can carry that over to a pre-order, then they've got you hooked. But if they stop
Yep.
you dead in your tracks during the actual trailer, then they know they're not going to get that pre-order. So
Exactly. Yeah.
man, still looks like it'll
Yeah.
be a good game, but man,
There's also restrictions with like transferring Pokemon back and forth. So
why are there restrictions?
yeah.
Why has Pokemon gone so far backwards? Whenever I talk about like the peak of Pokemon being like black and white and black 2 and white 2, it's not that the ones that came right after that are bad. It's that they were okay and they got good and they got better and they got better, and then that's when they were at their best, and then like the few next after that were still good. They're still in this upper epsilon of good
Yep.
Pokemon games. Like this whole circle surrounding the peak are good Pokemon games, and then once they went to Switch, it's like right after the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which I still enjoyed. I liked that. It was a little different, but I liked it. But then like you hit like Sword and Shield, and you hit Scarlet and Violet, and like they hit something with the original Pokemon Legends Arceus, and now I don't know what they're. A lot of people are excited for Legend Z through A, but the more I hear about it, the more I'm all like, it sounds more like a chore than a game.
I thought, I'm still looking forward to ZA. I thought it was interesting that you would do a Legends game in Kalos, but instead of like a normal Pokemon game where you're like going through routes and exploring different cities, it all
Mm-hmm.
does seem to be collectively just really in one city, unless there's post-game stuff that
I would
hasn't been
hope that it's
revealed yet.
more. You got to go a lot of places. You got to explore in Legends Arceus. If they're really just
Yeah.
confining you to this city, that's a missed opportunity.
I mean, it seems like all the wild areas that have been revealed and everything are like across Lumio City. So
That's so
I
odd.
every time they announce something new, I'm like, is it only this? I mean, cool. It seems like there's stuff to do, and I've played the demos. Like, it's neat, but like, I love exploring the world of Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the fun of like part of the draw of playing the game. I'm still gonna play the game if I get a copy of it, but like it's yeah, like I don't know. It's part of the magic of Pokemon that gets
That
left
gets
on the back
lost,
burner for
yeah.
this game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me. But
No, I'm right
I
there with
I
you. I agree.
yeah, but I've played the demos and like I think it's definitely different watching trailers of like how different it is, but then like when you're actually like running around as the trainer and actually like navigating the battle system and it's pretty engaging. But the game is definitely a risk because it really does like try new things
Mm-hmm.
and reshape the Pokemon formula. So will it pay off?
I guess
I
we'll
don't
see.
know. We know how passionate Pokemon fans are. I've been one of them for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it's received when it comes out next month.
Do you have any Pokemon visible in your background right now?
In my background right now, I see Sonic.
Is he a
I
Pokemon?
He's not a Pokemon. I see Cult of the Lamb face planted and a couple Jackbox plushies. I don't think I have any like Pokemon plushies
I
back there,
definitely, if
actually.
you can see right here, you can't see it, but I
Yeah.
can. I've got a
No.
Snorlax there. I've got a Glaceon right
I
here.
see Bulbasaur and Squirtle back there,
Bulbasaur and
Glaceon.
Squirtle are over there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So I got at least a
I
couple of them here.
now they maybe they're back like in my OG hometown right now, but my sister and I grew up with like Pokemon plushies and we went on adventures with the plushies and like did the whole like kid growing up thing.
Oh, that's
Uh
awesome. I love the
yeah,
imagination.
we're very imaginative with our time with Pokemon plushies, so it'd be nice to have some in my arsenal back here.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, yeah, they make some really high quality ones, especially for like worlds and stuff like that too. Whenever they do their championships, so
Mm-hmm.
which I saw they're doing one regionals in a couple months here in Vegas, actually,
Oh
which
yeah?
I was shocked when I saw Las Vegas is one of the locations for like a Pokemon anything. I
I
was
think I
like,
did
oh
hear
my
about
God.
that actually. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, like that's stunning. And I can just go to it. So maybe I'll go. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I am excited for ZA regardless. I definitely think that I would really like to see some like some enhancements like to the familiarity of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool to see what ZA is doing and like what they can maybe take from that to inspire mechanics for future main series games, but I don't know. It's definitely a whole like topic of interest for a lot of people in that community. So
I think my
the trailers
hottest
were
take
cool.
is that they don't actually need to introduce any new Pokemon. They can do a new mainline game with the same Pokemon they've had before, but just give it a more like compelling story. And I think that's enough to hook people in. The new Pokemons and the new legendaries are great and all, but you've got so many at this point, it's become overwhelming. People like the familiarity of the ones that they already have and the favorites that they enjoy. All they kind of want is a new story set in a Pokemon world. And if you can
Sorry, Aaron.
deliver that, you know,
Sorry, Aaron. We're gonna grab this Ditto over here, and we're gonna go to Pocopia and build our islands, and we're
I
gonna
just had
like
that up too. I
make
was about to
friends
ask
with
you, I was
all
like,
of
did
our
you see the other
Pokemon.
Pokemon game that
I
they
sure did
announced?
see. I sure did.
Oh
It's so.
man. No, okay, I'm not groaning over the actual type of game. Like these cute little cozy games, nothing against them. They're
Oh yeah.
adorable. People
It
love
looks.
them. It's like a little
Oh
Animal
yeah.
Crossing, a little bit of Stardew Valley, but the Ditto is freakish. It is terrifying, man. That's scary. Usually, as far as I know, Ditto's really only like they can only Ditto things that they see or have seen, right? So where is it getting this sudden human form from, and why does it look so creepy?
It definitely didn't look like the human imagery that was on the like trailers, like Pokedex that was lying on the ground, as if that was
Mm-hmm.
like Ditto's trainer that they were then like transforming into. That wasn't. It's just out of left field.
There's got to be
It's
some dark
interesting.
lore about where this Ditto
Oh my
came
God.
from and who this
I
human it's
am.
transforming into is.
I don't care. I'm sat for the Ditto lore. That's. I'm here. I'm ready.
That would
I'm
be
I'm
so
just I
crazy if like the game actually has some like crazy hidden lore about like the Ditto's origins and its trainer that like as you're playing the game you can like explore some caves and discover like hidden notes left behind by the trainer about what happened.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, we got lore from like some of the Pokemon Legends games, so
Mm-hmm.
hey, who's to say that we might get some good lore out of Pokopia? So, Pokemon love their spin-off games,
They
like
do. There's always
games
that
that we forget about.
they
Yeah.
would do Pokemon directs where they announce
Pokemon
like
Presents, yeah.
four new Pokemon games and three of them you forget a month later. But they do that a lot.
They did it semi recently, I believe, before this Nintendo Direct. So
Mm-hmm.
they'll probably, maybe, I don't know, do another one in the next few weeks? Question mark. I
Just for Legends
don't quote
EA
me.
or like.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, they could do like a bunch of launch stuff for ZA.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Well,
anticipate
like,
seeing another like mainline game at least for another year, or at least any information about one until well after
yeah.
ZA has been announced and out and played for quite a while.
Yeah, I assume we won't hear anything until at least next year. So we'll have to see how it goes. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably going to be on Switch. Like Switch 2 is the primary console these days.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see it escaping Switch unless Nintendo really decides to drop something new. So which I don't think they will next year. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
And then there's one more game I at least wanted to bring up during the announcements here
Mhm.
of the Nintendo Direct because they did go through a lot. It was an hour long, and we've spent at least that long talking about it now too.
We have
Uh, but the Metroid Prime
barely,
4 finally got its release date, December 4th. And
right?
so I
The
that was my
amiibos,
one
yeah.
call out. I was all like, if anything, my surefire thing that they're gonna do is announce a release date here, and that's what they did. They didn't announce a new Smash. I know a lot of people. I thought that was gonna be an out of left field call when I was all like,
I did not think that was going to be anywhere in the realm of
well, yeah,
possibility.
because that
I'm
was
not
my
gonna
out of left
lie.
field guess. I didn't think they would
Yeah,
actually do it, but I was like, hey, watch, maybe they'll do it. But then when I went on like
no.
Twitter, I saw a bunch of other people make that same guess, and I was like, okay, it's not as out of left field as I thought it was.
Mm.
So apparently, other people
I
had that same
yeah.
sentiment.
I don't know. I think that's an interesting sentiment to be
Mm-hmm.
collected.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
there was an actual big group of people that thought Smash was going to be announced. So
I mean, maybe someday we'll see something like that. I don't know. I think with Kirby Air Riders though, that's where Sora is most focused on, like the company. They're really focused on like getting.
is that the same
Uh,
company? The Air Riders Dove team is the same people who did Smash Bros.
I mean, yeah, when you look at Kirby Air Riders, especially, you could see like all the different like UI elements that really are like Smash Bros. Like oriented.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm it's got to be like because Sakurai is also like taking charge. So I'm Sora is his company. So
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
yeah,
But hey,
if
Metroid
I'm
Prime
wrong,
4.
someone in the comments can come after
Metroid
me. But
Prime is
yeah,
another one of those where I'm like, I gotta go back and play the other ones leading up to this one, and I know I'm definitely not gonna do that. But I'm telling myself I want to, but I know I'm not gonna do
you
that.
won't.
I won't.
You won't.
I
Just
don't
play
even
the
know where to
game,
get
bro.
half of them. I could play
Just play the
the
game.
I could play Metroid Prime on a GameCube emulator right
Stop coping.
now.
Just play the game.
I'm
Just
just
play
gonna
the
play the
game.
game. I'm
Just
just
play
gonna
the
play the
game.
game.
It's a fun game. It's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Like very well thought out story, everything. Again, speaking from the Gamescom demo I played a lot of demos when I was traveling. That was
Mm-hmm.
one of the demos I played. I even played it with the mouse controls on the Switch too. I
Yeah.
was
Do you
like
think it's better with the
surprised.
mouse controls?
I think that it's a bit better. Like it's definitely more engaging instead of just like holding the controls and moving the joystick. Like
Mm-hmm.
it definitely ticks something like in the brain or whatever where it's like, okay, this is pretty
You're like
fun and you're real
this feels
like
natural.
like instead of just staring at the center of the screen, you're really like looking at like your wide like range of view and like okay, all right, turning this way, right? Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. It's like I enjoyed it. But
Hmm.
yeah. Mouse controls, try them out for Metroid
I
or
guess I'll
Go. I
have
don't
to.
know.
But yeah,
Yeah, but
that's pretty much Nintendo Direct.
yeah, I mean, that was That was it, right? Fire Emblem at the end got a
Fire
lot of
Emblem
people
at the end.
talking. And
I would mention Fire Emblem, but
yeah,
I have not played. I've played one Fire Emblem for
I
half an
yeah,
hour.
I haven't played it in a while, but a lot of people that I know were particularly
I know
excited
it's a
for
good game
Fire Emblem.
series. It's just not one that I have spent time with. So I
Yeah.
can't give a proper opinion on it, but I'm sure it's going to be great and people are going to enjoy it.
For sure. Also, Poppycom, if I shout out like a smaller game that was in, it was just before Tomodachi Life.
Hmm.
Go check that one out. I've also demoed that one, and I actually genuinely enjoyed that game. Like,
What's that one
I,
about?
I you're like, it's like four, well, they have a party mode with 4 players, but it's like kind of like a split fiction-ish kind of thing, and
Hmm.
you're like shooting the colors at like the blocks of colors to like match it, so it's three of a kind to then like get all the colors down to like defeat the enemies and stuff. I don't know. It's just a lot of fun to like,
Hmm.
especially play with a friend or a few friends. And if that's a game I recommend that maybe might have been overlooked, it happened to be mentioned in the Nintendo Direct. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one that a lot of people are actually going to enjoy because I really enjoyed that game when I tried it out.
Cool.
So
I
shout out Puppycom. Late shout out.
I do have one more little topic if you're willing. I know we've already been talking a long time, but I know people love listening to you talk. So,
Hey, I'm down as long as the comment section doesn't mind us yapping a little bit more before you can
absolutely.
go on and scroll through whatever's recommended on the sidebar.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
something I was talking to my stream about today while I was playing Toontown the Grindworks, and it's something that I know you can relate to as well, is in 2015 and 2016, we were lowly little streamers and we streamed a lot and we built up our audience and we hit pretty high highs doing what we did with a naturally grown community. And then as time goes on, just kind of it just happens gradually. The community kind of grows out of it. They get different interests, and it's kind of hard to cultivate that same community again. We still have
Yeah.
absolutely adoring, loving communities who are still with us every step of the way. But obviously, it's not the same hit go live and have 100 people show up ready to golf with us in Toontown Rewritten anymore, right? So the question is, maybe not just for us specifically, but for people in general, how do you grow a stream naturally anymore? Because for me at least, I know how to get views on TikTok and Instagram and on YouTube.
Yeah.
And one of the key points I was talking about is that when you do something new and creative on those websites, it's up there and it's always there. So even if it doesn't get recognized right away, it does have a
Yeah.
chance to eventually get recognized. Whereas on Twitch, if you're doing something brand new, something unique, something different, people have to be there to see it. And if they're not there
Yeah.
to see it, it's not going to get recognized. So, how do you get people to get there to see it?
The age-old discoverability,
Mm
topic
hmm.
there. Yeah.
Sure is.
The seemingly unsolved mystery of Twitch. A lot of people are pointing towards like a lot of the stuff that YouTube is doing as well. I mean, literally, I think today or yesterday they were like announcing a whole bunch of like new like live streaming,
Oh yeah, YouTube
functions
is
and
where
stuff
you
like
can
that.
multi
Yeah.
multi do a widescreen and vertical at the same time with a shared chat together,
And
and
then
that's interesting.
the vertical form automatically is ready to like upload as shorts whenever like, it's like all like, when you're streaming it and stuff, it's already ready to upload as a short. Like it's there.
Interesting.
Like that was one of the like things that they really like talked about as well.
Hmm.
So lots of cool features in the pipeline for YouTube. But on the Twitch side of things, yeah, like with discoverability and everything, it's it's definitely a hard fought battle that they're currently doing. So
Mm-hmm. So, do you have any thoughts or tips on at least how to get people into the stream? Because that seems to be the hardest part.
yeah,
I feel like I do a
it
pretty good job. If somebody comes into the stream, I can talk to them. It's a welcoming community, they feel
oh
involved.
yeah,
But, all of the tips that you hear before, like stream the bigger games or post clips on other social medias,
yeah, like
that doesn't necessarily like always work.
not
So, like, how
always,
do you get
no.
somebody in that front door? That way, at that point, then you can kick up all of the other tips and tricks that you know, like, hey, introduce yourself, welcome them in, make them feel a part of it, have something engaging. All of the bells and whistles that we already know
Yeah,
that we know works, but it's just the
yeah,
hardest
like
part is getting them in the door.
the thing is that, like, you know, you can hear all this advice all day and try all these practices, but really at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. I would make a case for the fact that, like, your own spin on it, your own unique flavor is really what's going to set it apart.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you try something and it doesn't work. Okay, try something new. Like, there's always that A to B testing going on, but when you find what sticks, you stick with it, right?
Yeah.
But
But even
I
still,
think
that's
that
like
what,
once people are
yeah,
already in your stream.
yeah,
So
right.
like, how do
So
you get them there?
yeah, it's, I mean, it's just, it's interesting to try and like figure that out, you know, outside of the typical like age-old advice that everyone spouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
It can seem like a bit of a tricky conundrum.
Mm-hmm. One of the
Well,
things
what?
that I've
Mhm.
at least I've pitched, which it's not guaranteed, but it's probably one of your better options, is that people always want something new and different. And I did give the example that you could do something new and different on these other websites and they will eventually be discovered because they're always there. On Twitch, you really only have a time frame to do it. So one of the old
Yep.
things that people used to recommend is be live as long as possible, as much as possible,
Right.
so that if you're doing something new and different, you have that ability to be discovered more easily, right? It's not guaranteed, but if you're live longer, you have a better chance of people coming in. That's just how it is. If your store is open for 3 hours a day, you're going to get less customers than if your store is open
Yep.
18
Exactly.
hours a day. Simple as that. But it's still like that's not going to guarantee that
Yeah.
you get viewers. You do still need to do something unique and different, which is one of the hardest parts, but that is
Yeah.
one of
I
the tips
mean,
I've heard.
yeah, it certainly helps to know what times the store open and closes for the day. So
Mhm.
I make a case for that. But even then, yeah, like I don't know. It might not even be an answer, but I think it comes down to like the like storefront that you're putting up.
Mhm.
Because I mean, the basics of like what the heck are you
Like
even
what's
doing
on
with
your
this
sign
store?
outside?
Yeah, like I don't know, like how like what do you have on display? Like how
Mhm.
what's really gonna like bring in the customers or even just like catch the attention of passerbys, right?
And
Like
it's interesting that you even bring that up because the relation to what you're describing is when you're scrolling through Twitch and you have 20 streamers in front of you and you have
yeah.
to figure out which one to click. The only thing you have to go off of is their title and their thumbnail, right? On YouTube,
And their
it's
view count.
easy. Yeah, and their view count. But it's usually sorted by view count, right? And I
Yeah.
guess the same thing happens on YouTube as well. If you see a video that has a high view count and a nice thumbnail, then it
Yeah.
probably is going to be a good video. And I've always made the case that this is especially a thing on YouTube. People are drawn to thumbnails first. Your thumbnail really needs to be the grabby part. It needs to be the part that describes the video, and then the title is the secondary kind of hook that kind of draws them in afterward. But you can't do that on Twitch because you don't get to decide what your
No.
thumbnail is unless you're just doing
No.
something crazy all the time or flashing something you shouldn't be. Then it's really hard to get that point that is going to get people to want to click in. And especially with titles, because this is something that I was looking at earlier. Twitch like cuts off most of your title whenever you go to
Yeah.
like the Twitch website. You get to see the first 3 words of somebody's title and then that's it. So if the first
Yeah.
3 words aren't grabby enough, you're probably not going to grab people. So the question for you, I guess, is do you think there should be, I don't know, custom thumbnails or a better title system or any thoughts like that?
I mean, well, let's see. You can only do custom thumbnails for your VODs after
Mm-hmm.
the fact, which
And those don't
VODs,
even
you
really
know,
show up as on Discovery, and people aren't really clicking them anyway. The
no.
whole point of Twitch is
To-
to be
uh,
there when it's
yeah.
live.
Exactly. I mean, Twitch's search functionality is just not like
Mm-hmm.
drawn out at all. Like, if they're gonna do anything to like vitalize it, it's got to be like a complete overhaul, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, that's one thing. So thumbnails. What was the other part that you mentioned as
Just
well?
titles. Like what do you
Titles.
think would be
Yeah.
a good title to get somebody in? Like what do you the ones that I see most often are exclamation point giveaway.
Yeah. Right.
And
I
like that's
mean,
so gimmicky. You get people to
yeah.
come in for a giveaway and then either you give the thing away and they leave or
Hashtag
you lied about it
hashtag
and they don't want to be
sponsored.
there.
You
Yeah.
know.
I don't even
Yeah.
think
Like
hashtag sponsored. I see people show up less for streams that are hashtag sponsored because they know that like it's not that person's regular content. It's so odd.
Yeah, you kind of have to like, have it be known when you're streaming on a day that like you're gonna do your regular content, and then
Mm-hmm.
when you're maybe trying something new, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Titles, I mean, there's not too much like of a discoverability aspect to titles that you can really get from it. I mean, they did add the little function where like if you add a handle in a title, like it kind of connects it that way,
Mm-hmm.
where you can hover over the username to follow someone, but I mean that's attention away from the channel. A stream together, I mean, really is like the somewhat title feature that doesn't even really like have
Low
anything
key,
to
I
do with
think
the
stream
title.
together actually it actually does help with like clickability because when I was mentioning
It
earlier with the
does.
like YouTube videos, when you see two videos on your like for you or on your homepage, and one of them
Yeah.
has 300 views and the other one has 500,000 views, you're thinking more to yourself the one with 500,000 views is probably a better, well edited, more worthwhile video because of the fact that more people trusted it and clicked it and watched it. So the same thing
Yeah.
goes on Twitch. And so if you're streaming together with somebody, it combines your viewers. And so now you're no longer just the guy streaming with 20 viewers, you're the guy streaming with three other people who combine have 312, and now that's a more appealing stream.
Yeah, Twitch definitely loves to highlight and add the sparkles to any like
Mm-hmm.
stream together. I mean, it's interesting because like I pretty much for my case, like I'm integrated in all sorts of aspects. Like with the, obviously stream together is one thing. I'm probably in like half a dozen different recommendation shelves at any time on the front page if you scroll down under the carousel, unless you
Lucky.
get trapped by the carousel. Yeah, like there's the like Pride Month like year long shelf. There's the Twitch ambassador like shelf. If you're charity streaming, there's the charity streaming shelf.
I'm not gay,
Uh
so that already knocks one out for me.
Dang.
Dang, should have
Well,
been gay.
you know, need a little more color in your life. The
It's all right.
rainbow. Yeah, there's a pot of gold at the end, I hear. So, but yeah, no, I don't know. With titles, like it's pretty much just whatever you want. I've seen people get views, which is a one-word title. Like,
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of it though
I
is usually like it just comes down to the fact that they have a base community which gives them viewers, so it puts them higher up, which means they're more likely to be discovered by new people. And that's kind of what the whole view botting thing
yeah,
was for a while. People would view bot to get up to the top
yeah,
until they got those natural viewers, and then they wouldn't need to do it anymore, or they'd still do it anyway. Because in reality, if you look at the chat of a streamer that has 6,000 viewers or a streamer that has 10,000 viewers, 4,000 viewer difference seems like a lot, but you would not notice in chat. Like the chat would look exactly the same.
oh yeah, absolutely. It's view bots and embeds are an ongoing, like,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, an ongoing issue, and yeah, just one of those internet wars that never seem, when a fix gets implemented here,
A new one
the
arises, or
work the
three more
workaround is
arise. The
already.
Hydra head, you know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like suddenly there's 9 Hydra heads. Like now you got to get on the Hydra's back with 9 faces
Get
staring
up
at
on the
you.
Hydra's
Well, the
back.
Hydra's back. There we go. Got to throw in a video game reference for the day. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, Twitch's whole discoverability thing is going to be like head scratcher for quite a
Mm-hmm.
while, unless they have things ready to go at TwitchCon. But who knows what
Who knows?
Dan Clancy's gonna walk up on stage and
And like
announce.
I know
I
why they
feel like,
don't do
yeah,
custom thumbnails. I've had a discussion with Twitch staff about it, and they've thought
yeah,
about it a lot in the past. And a big reason for it is that it's a lot harder to moderate because channels are constantly going live and going offline and going online and going offline. And on YouTube, if there's an inappropriate thumbnail, it's just there,
just
right? Like it'll be
it's there.
seen and it's
Yeah,
there, and Twitch will get to it when they get to it, and when they get to it, they can take it down. But if you're trying to report an inappropriate thumbnail on Twitch and then that stream goes down like an hour later, it's no longer there, and Twitch has to go on their back end to see where it was in the first place, and it's just like
yeah,
it's only a problem for that period of time, and it just makes it so much more difficult to moderate because they're always constantly popping up and down and up and down and up and down. Maybe
Yeah,
if they did
for
something
sure.
like where, well, I don't want to do that. I was thinking kind of like where YouTube, you can only do custom thumbnails after you either do a verification, or what it used to be is that you had to have a certain amount of
Uh,
subscribers before you could do thumbnails. But then that's the
mm,
problem with the rich get richer again. You don't want to just limit
mm,
thumbnails to the streamers who are partnered or have an X amount of viewers or followers, because then it gets people botting, or it really is just, trying to hand more to the people that are already at the top. And the problem is trying to get people who have one or two viewers or even zero right now who are producing good imaginative content, give them that
yeah,
place to shine and allow people to find them and walk in so that they can show them what they've got, because that's the number one problem on Twitch, is not bad streamers or bad content, it's getting
oh yeah,
people in the door to find the good content.
yeah,
And most people, they don't want to go stream to stream to stream to stream to stream looking for somebody new to watch. They're probably just going to the streamer that they're already comfortable with, and they usually find new streamers through that streamer's
yeah.
friend, and that's
I
how they're
mean,
introduced. And a lot of it is just networking. It's just, a guy, and hey, that's Ludwig's friend. Hey, that's Valkyrie's friend. Hey, that's Tim the Tatman's friend. You know?
yeah, I mean, you're not typing twitch.tv, you're typing twitch.tv/ insert channel
Smirky.
name, or you're, yeah, that one, or you're tapping on the notification sent to your phone to go straight to that channel. So
Mm-hmm.
like it's
Do you
all
get the
being
other
funneled
notifications that are
directly.
every once in a while? I get these, and I need to figure out how to turn them off. But it's like, hey, you might like this person also streaming Toontown, right? And I get like a new one of
Huh.
those every single day
Like on your phone.
on my phone. It pops up on my phone. It's
It's
not telling me that
it's
somebody is live. It's saying that, hey, we noticed that you watch Toontown, and so this person
that's
is live playing Toontown right now. And I'm like, I don't know who
that's
that is.
you can already get those kinds of recommendations in your dashboard, so you
Mm-hmm.
probably have to go to your notification settings and
Mm-hmm.
uncheck some stuff.
I definitely need to, but I'm surprised. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's working on my end though. Like, or I don't think it's working in my favor though, because I'm gonna tell you the last time that I saw a brand new chatter in my stream, besides today, because I mentioned it, and so a couple of my viewers made brand new accounts, being like, "Oh, me, brand new
Oh
channel,
my
hee
God.
hee." I
First
don't
time chatter.
First time chatter. I really don't see like first time chatters. It doesn't matter what I stream. If I'm streaming Toontown, if I'm streaming Borderlands, if I'm streaming Valorant, if I'm streaming Fortnite, whatever happens to be, I just don't see new viewers. They don't see me. I don't know why. It just is, and that's fine. I mean, it's a me problem. It's something I got to figure out. I don't have a problem on all the other websites, and that's one of the reasons I've put so much more stock into YouTube and TikTok, because I kind of figured out how those work and what kind of content appeals to people and
Yeah.
gets them to want to follow and subscribe and comment and keep the retention up and allow me to continue to make a paycheck to pay my bills and everything. But Twitch is just something else, right? It
Twitch
is
can be
just, it feels more luck than in
tough to
anything
figure
else.
out.
Mm-hmm.
The luck definitely strikes, that's for sure. Yeah. And I mean, I definitely acknowledge like I get recommended quite often as well, but yeah, it's just it's tough. It's really
Mm-hmm.
tough. And it's a problem that I really want to see like worked on a little
Yeah,
more. So,
because
yeah.
there are a lot of people out there making great content, and I think they deserve to get their spot in their spot in the spotlight. You know.
They do, and I think part of it is going to have to be addressing what Twitch can do to combat like the view bots and the
Mm-hmm.
malicious you know, actors that really just shine a poor light on like the industry as a whole, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, ongoing issue.
And I think the other one big piece of advice people have given out is like, it's all about the clip. I've heard this for years, and it used to be. It really did. It
Used
was
to,
like, if
yeah.
you could get a good clip of you doing something unique or do different or new or just being funny enough. That's kind of what happened with Queso, is that he just had enough clips that were
Yep.
funny that people were, drawn to that, and it helped his stream grow. But now so many people are posting clips. That's all you see anymore, is a clip after clip after clip. And the thing is that they're all up here. None of them are up here now. This is like your average line, and they're all up here, and they're all good, but there's nothing that's been standing out enough to make everybody want to go to this new streamer or go to that
Yeah.
streamer. And I don't actually know anyone that's growing from these clips anymore, aside from like like I described queso. And so it's
They're all
really
getting
tough to,
reposted on
yeah, they're
like
all getting
other
reposted.
platforms.
The only other
Yeah.
example I can think of is like controversy. If you remember seeing that thing with the cat girl who was aimbotting in Battlefield, where all she does is she
Mm.
goes and she plays Battlefield for like 10 hours at a time and dies 100 times just so that she could get that one clip where she snaps left and right and tries to predict where the enemy's going to be. And that's all it is. It's not an aimbot. It's really just you watch the other 9.5 hours of content that she puts out, and it's her trying her best to run in there and go for a clip and
Yeah.
end up dying half the time anyway, and guessing where there's a guy and shooting at
And all you
nothing.
need is that one,
But the thing is that she started with like 50 viewers. After that
Yeah.
controversy of everybody being like, is she cheating? Is she not cheating? Jumped up to a couple thousand viewers, and now that it's kind of died down, is sitting comfortably at a couple hundred. And
Yeah.
so, like, that's a good way to grow, but not everyone can do that. That's
No.
one of those like
No.
when lightning strikes type bits, you know?
Yeah, plus I'm not really like one to really like lean into controversy as
And
like
the
a
thing is,
growth
she didn't either. All she did was
methodology.
post the clip being like montage, and somebody else saw it, and that's when the controversy started. She didn't even pay
Exactly.
no mind. She just kept playing. She kept playing video games, and when people showed up, she kept playing video games. And when people left, she
Yeah.
kept playing video games. You know, like
Yep. Yeah.
sometimes
And
you just
if
gotta keep on doing your things and keep posting things, and then something
Yeah.
will pop off because somebody else sees it, and sometimes that's just what you gotta rely on.
Yeah.
It's the
And when someone else
craziest thing.
sees it, it's not usually them streaming it on Twitch to their audience and sending them to this
Mm-hmm.
channel that they're looking at live. It's usually like being reposted on X or Instagram or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we live in a tough time for streamers, especially if you're trying to stream for the first time. My biggest advice to you, if you're a first time streamer, have fun. Do not worry about the view count. Don't worry about how many chatters
Don't worry
or anything like
about
that.
the intricacies of how the industry is going either.
I
Like,
love
don't
looking at
concern
the
yourself with too
intricacies. This is
much. Yeah,
interesting to me,
of course.
right? But it's
But
not my
but when
it's
you're
not
starting out,
it's not what's keeping me up at
yeah,
night.
like yeah,
Have fun
like
with it.
was yeah, like enjoy. Like I started because I kept with it because I enjoyed it like
Mhm.
wholeheartedly. The rest came. I learned after like really getting into it, right?
Mhm.
You gotta get your footing first, and like it really is just a matter of just giving it a shot, see if it's for you. It might not be, and that's okay. Then you don't even have to worry about too much about what goes on in the streaming space from a creator point of view, right?
Mhm.
Creators have you know the massive like footprints or stake in the industry when it comes to like marketing games and like life events and everything. But like like we all started small. I started small, so like
Mhm. We've all started somewhere.
just humble beginnings and be open to the uncomfort of the humble beginnings, trying
Mhm.
stuff out and
I mean, Ludwig did
seeing
the
how it
thing where he
goes.
tried to stream to zero
Yeah,
viewers, and he was all like, "This sucks. This is hard.
it does.
It,
It's
it's
hard. It's
tough."
hard.
So my advice is always like, when you first start streaming, have somebody in call to just hang out with. Don't even worry if there's nobody in
Yeah,
chat. Play as if nobody's watching. Just you and your friend having a
exactly.
good time, making jokes, telling stories. You know. And then if somebody pops in, now they're part of the conversation too. That's a great way to start. Absolutely
Oh yeah.
fantastic.
Don't like go in like expecting your entire life to revolve around streaming right away.
Mm-hmm.
It will naturally happen if it's meant to be,
And then
or
my
might
second step
be like
of
this. Yeah.
is if you do want to grow, if you are at that point where you're like, okay, now I got a little bit of a community, how do I grow larger? Absolutely diversify. I'm not saying that it will help, but if you're in more places, if you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, it doesn't take that long to post a clip. It doesn't need to be over edited. You never know what's going to pop off. Being able to at least post something is more than not posting something. I really like to put
True.
my heart and effort into editing things. It's my passion. It's what I like to do. It's how I like to present myself. But if you're just like, this is a funny thing that happened, I've seen plenty of clips pop off that are just simply a rip from a live stream, and that's
That's
totally
what I've
fine.
done.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
nothing wrong with that.
E-
They still get views.
Even
People still
yeah,
like them,
it's true.
especially when it's a great moment. If you got a great moment, share it, and you don't even have to worry
You
about it
have
popping
to,
off. Just share it. You never know who's gonna see it. So
literally.
that's all I've got though. Other than that, hope that Twitch figures it out and just have fun with what you're doing.
Yeah, and I mean, even if like Twitch isn't gonna figure it out, there's probably other platforms that are also like looking at it. So definitely keep your tabs on like what other like platforms like YouTube, for example, are doing with all the new features they just dropped. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
important to keep your eyes out and consider how that plays into you like diversifying and like spreading your portfolio a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, like, it's a whole field, it's a whole industry, and
It's a big
the
ocean
technology
and a
is
lot of
changing,
tiny fish, but that's okay as long as you enjoy
and
swimming.
that and there will be lots of new waves from all kinds of the technology and
I
stuff
like
that,
that. It'll be a lot of new
a
waves.
lot of new waves.
Like this
Wave,
this
no.
nautical analogy we got going is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotta love it, gotta love it. The deep blue sea, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
that's all
I
I
don't
got.
know.
If
Are
there's
we
anything else you want
wrapped
to,
up?
I will wrap it up. We've been going for almost an hour 40.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I mean, this
is there no
there's like
mini
no
game
aim for this.
ending?
I always say that we should aim for an
No,
hour, and if we have more to talk about, we talk about it, and if we don't,
we
that's fine
will.
too. I've seen podcasts that go for 4 hours. I've seen
Oh yeah.
podcasts that are like 30 minutes. So whatever floats your boat.
I
If
mean, I love podcasting. I could talk for hours for
oh yeah, I
sure.
mean I would too, but it's almost it's getting late for me, and my wife's all
Yeah.
like, "You said you'd come to bed."
But
So I mean, I
but
should probably do that.
but we're not ending off with another game. We're
I
breaking
would, but like,
tradition.
okay, listen. The game is you give me a high
Man,
five. All right, up top, high five. High
no.
five.
I'm not having fun.
You're not having fun.
No.
Do you
A high
want
five is not
to?
fun.
Do you want to play a game of checkers,
Checkers.
bro? I don't
Oh
know.
man. No, you know what? Have you done Wordle?
I did do the Wordle today. Did you do the Wordle
You
today?
did.
Oh,
I
too
did the
bad.
Wordle today.
Okay, you know what? I got one.
There's
I
got to be
got.
another game.
Um,
Oh, you got one?
yeah. I'm gonna here. This is gonna be great. Okay. How do I do this? I'm trying
All
to get a
right.
tic-tac-toe game. Oh my goodness. That I can like send with
Ah,
you.
okay.
Okay, two
All
player.
right, sure.
Oh, two player. Okay, well I guess here. You know what?
Two.
I'm gonna share my screen, and then you're
Okay.
gonna you're gonna tell me where you wanna play it. All right.
Yay!
I'll even
All
let you go
right,
first. All
cool.
right. Which square you want to do? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Let's start with 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna go 7. Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna
that's
go 7.
that's a good spot. All right. I think I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna keep it interesting. All right.
Ah, the parallel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and claim that middle spot.
You're gonna go. Okay. You're going the middle spot. All right. All
I
right. Looks
am.
good. I like that. All right. I think I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go right here.
Yeah, you might as well. I will
Mm-hmm.
go in between those two.
In between. Oh, you're gonna block me right there. Well, now I gotta block
I
you.
sure
I
am.
gotta hit you right there. All right.
Oh, well, I gotta make sure that you don't you know, try to get a little fancy. I am going to I already see how this is gonna go. I'm gonna go bottom.
You're gonna go bottom. Ooh, that's a good spot. Okay, but what if I go right here? Thoughts? I'm ready to win here at the
Oh,
top, but it's your
well,
turn.
I think I'm gonna win
You're
with that last
you.
spot right
Oh
there.
no! What? Where did that come from? How
Oh
did he do
no.
it?
Wow, I'm
Wow.
a genius.
He's
I'm so
crazy.
good.
I'll have
Wow.
I'll have something more proper next week. I promise.
Oh man. Hey, that was fun. That was fun. We
All
like to
right.
have fun here.
Well, we'll wrap this one up. If you somehow made it to the end, leave a like, leave a comment on
Hey,
what you thought
thanks
about
for
the
watching to the
everything.
end. Yeah, we're trying our best out here. So
We're having fun, and
yeah,
that's what's most important. You can tell when
that's
it
right.
comes down to podcasts. If the people behind the microphones are having fun, you're probably having fun too, right? That's what's
Absolutely.
important.
We're here for the love of the